Aries, welcome to your January timeless reading. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're returning, thank you for supporting me. All your likes, your shares, your comments. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for trusting in me as we create this space together. Okay, this is going to be for any Aries placement. And also, if you're watching for an Aries, you might gain some information here as well. Okay, the love reading for January is linked below. Just hit that more button. You'll find all my helpful links, my website, my services. I have a couple cool specials going on right now, especially my newsletter. So I know for some of you, you hate spam. I do too. But this is a great way for people that don't really use social media and are not up to date with astrology. Maybe you're trying to get it from multiple sources. So with my newsletter, it's once a month. Okay, we pull some cards together for my newsletter attendees. You get a brief overview of what's happening astrologically for the collective. And also you get discounts. So you're the first ones, first dibs on any sort of discounts I have, flash sales, and also in-person and online events for 2025. So find that link below. If you want to sign up, you get 20% off my services. You get a coupon code, okay? So Aries, with all that out of the way, let's talk about your channeled guidance here. So I got download, and then it turned into down low. So something's on the DL here, and we'll see what that means. It could be something that you're just kind of keeping close to your chest, you know. We've been talking about this, Aries, and Pisces has ramped it up even more. You know, I've been trying to prepare you all with all this Pisces talk because we've been feeling it naturally for, let's be honest, the last 2 years, and now it's just amped up. Okay, it's on overdrive, Pisces overdrive, okay? And it will kind of subside a bit, okay, especially for you, Aries. And if you want to know more about astrology for 2025 as well, I do have a yearly forecast, which is truly amazing, especially for Aries, okay? And any Pisces or Virgo, because these are going to be the new eclipses, Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node. But guess what, Aries? We have Neptune and Saturn going into your sign the later half of the year. And with my forecast, we get to see what houses, what transits, eclipses, retrogrades, all that good stuff for you and how it's going to be affecting you personally, okay? So find that on Etsy. You can use that 20% off code towards any service, right? But anyway, his 12th house has been hitting ya, okay? Pisces is your neighbor, but I would say out of all the neighbors, you guys share a really big, stark reality check because it's literally a new cycle. When we're thinking of the wheel, right? Pisces is the last, you are the first. So that's kind of a big timeline jump. It's almost like going from the 10 in tarot to an ace, right? It takes a lot, right, to really step into that ace, because aces, as you know, when I read aces, it's potential, kind of like Pokemon. You got to catch it while you can. It's potential with most of the cards, but aces especially. When people see an ace, they automatically think that something's coming in, but we have free will. We make choices, right? So we have to choose it. We have to want it. There's always these seeds of potential, and we get to make choices about what we want to accept. Much like the 12th house, there's a lot that we have to surrender to before we can actually welcome in anything new. Okay, so there is this kind of stark reality check that you have been facing for quite some time. Again, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, it's been there for a while. But now we have North Node in Pisces, okay? And this month we have Venus in Pisces. So we have Venus conjunct Saturn. Lessons in love. Sade, a soldier of love. If you follow me on Instagram, I really connect a lot with music. I'm an artist, you know, a musician as well. So that's kind of the way that I channel a lot of these messages. Other things too, you know, I hear things, I see things. I know I sound crazy, but music comes through a lot for me. And so I did get that song at the beginning of the month, Sade, Soldier of Love, and I will link any of those songs that I get for you in this reading, and I'll link that song as well if you've never heard of it. It's a beautiful song. It's mainly in the lyrics, okay, when I'm channeling these songs. And then what's so interesting is these things come in, and then I'm always curious, like, what's the artist's birthday, right? And almost every time that I channel, there's a direct correspondence astrologically to the energy. Sade is a Capricorn. She just had her birthday like 4 days ago. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy how the energies kind of work that way, right? There's never any coincidence, truly. So lots of lessons for you, especially you Aries, because this is 12th house. 12th house is not so easy. It hasn't been so easy for you, but I know that you're at a place now into the new year. Again, there's new energy coming in. We're now entering into Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node. So this is a whole slew of new lessons that we're learning. Okay, getting really familiar with your North and South Node. So this is kind of where that download's coming in. You could be getting downloads. You know, 12th house is very psychic. This is spiritual gifts. You know, we're being called, all of us, to tap into our leadership, these spiritual gifts, the story within us. It's a 9-year, the Hermit card. You know, the story was always there. That's what Pisces tells us, the recollection of the past, ancestral karma, past lives, 12th house. There's many stories that have already been written, and we, yes, get to choose a different narrative, right? I'm thinking of the new narrative card, which we'll pull from here, but there's something that you might know as well that you might be keeping close to your chest with the download, DL. It's kind of like high priestess, high priest vibes. And I got sacred, protect what's sacred. And then I got subliminal. So again, this is kind of the subliminal 12th house. Again, this is, it can be hidden enemies. This could be, again, psychic gifts, illusion, fear, fantasy, mental health, mental regulation, especially with Cancer this month. You know, for you, a fire sign, generally speaking, depends on if you have water in your chart. Emotional overdrive can be a lot. You know, I would say that Aries generally, okay, these are general readings, tend to lean more towards anger as an expression of emotions, but not to say that they can't shed a few tears, but it might be, again, on the DL. It might be something that you might not do in front of everyone. You know, I have many Aries friends. My mother's an Aries. I know many Aries, trust me. I'm an air sign, so I attract fire signs. And I love you. I love Aries. I have an Aries North Node, so I really have stepped more into my Aries. And learning how to surrender to our emotions is also a big theme this month, especially with that full moon in Cancer we just had. And I do have a reading that's also linked below if you haven't watched it yet, okay? But then I got Teton, Washington. For some of you, could be from there or visiting there. Okay, it was random. I heard it very clearly. And then I heard obstacle course, change of course of actions type of thing. So there's something about decisions here. And then I kind of went deeper into subliminal. Sublimination is to surrender, to melt without liquefying. So it's a gas, it's a solid that goes to gas, kind of like dry ice. And then also sublimation, I believe it's called printing. It doesn't crack or peel. It's a certain type of printing. So there's something about being unique, dense, secure, and it's like you get to bypass a step kind of in this surrender melting process of sublimation, right? From going from a solid to a gas. So it's almost like alchemy is coming through for you. And so there's a unique process that you're going through. Again, a course of action, obstacle course, and you might be skipping a few steps here. We'll see what that means for you. And then I got cognitive. So I heard cognitive dissonance. So this is, if you are skipping steps, be mindful of that. You might get ahead of yourself, okay? You don't want to, what's that saying? Act before you jump or jump before you act. I don't know. Some sort of saying like that. Okay, well, let's go into it. So Capricorn season for you is 10th house. This is your soul's work, okay? This is a big time to really proclaim to yourself what it is that you're here to do, what kind of impact you want to leave behind, and what kind of impact have you left behind already. And again, 10th, 12th, okay? And then Cancer, 4th house. 4th and 12th and 8th out of all the 12 houses are a lot what's hidden, okay? So this is a time for you to really be going inward, especially Mars, your ruling planet, okay? It's in Cancer, okay? This is like hidden emotions, a bit of volatility. You might be noticing that around you. It's your ruling planet. So when it goes retrograde, I'd say you'd be feeling it the most. Okay, you and Scorpio, and also Cancer, right? It's in Cancer. Well, we're all feeling it. Let's be honest. It's one of the internal planets. This is more part of our waking life. And with retrogrades, really, the energy is actually at its peak because it's closer to the Earth. It's actually not going backwards. So with this intensity of Mars energy, we're really having to be mindful of our course of action, Aries, okay? Don't be skipping too many steps. Don't get ahead of yourself because you might just really get pissed off. Is what I hear. You know, when you think you're taking shortcuts, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that actually worked. It shaved off 10 minutes on my route. But then you get like stuck behind a train. You're like, I should just went that route. Why am I trying a new route? Oh, let's see here, Aries. What do we have for you? Aries. My Aries. Formlessness. Well, there's Pisces for you. Be formless, like water. So this is, again, the sublimation process. I hope I'm saying it right. A solid to a gas. So something that was materialized, it could be disappearing for some of you, and that could be good or bad. There could be blockages that were very dense, very solid. You know, imagining like a chakra or some sort of blockage. It could be literally like arteries, you know, it could be many things. It could be energetic, right? Or it could be something physical, like money or an object. But something is bypassing the liquid process, and it's literally just dispersing. It's formless. So I'm kind of getting this with the cognitive cleanse, that as you, oh, look at that. That's beautiful. With ritual, in solitude, this is very much hermit energy here, which we're in a hermit year. You can find that video below that goes into more detail. In this moment of reflection for you, not getting ahead of yourself, seeking solace and solitude, you are able to take something that was fairly dense, maybe a really tough lesson, something that was hidden in the eyes of Pisces, and you're able to clean it up is what I'm hearing. Cleanse. This is like also maybe doing like a liquid diet. This is taking like dense foods and smoothie, like blending. This is soups I'm getting for you, like more liquids. Maybe you need to drink more. Let's read a little bit about formlessness before we move on, okay? Also the colors here, this is the sacral and the solar. So there's something around your sacral and solar chakra. That says creative energy. This is also confidence. This is reminding me of Aries energy, yellow with the Fool card. So slow down. Yes, Mars retrograde. Patience in the moment. Stillness. Yeah, that's that solitude. This card asks the reader to allow simplicity to exist in their life. In the formless lies a deep sense of simplistic calm. A loud mind cannot hear the wisdom of the formless, but be still and it will fill your cup. So there's a formlessness meditation here. This could be that ritual that they're talking about. Let me show you briefly. You can even look this up. But this is the Death Doula, by the way. If you're interested in purchasing this oracle, it's amazing. It comes with a ritual for each card. So the formlessness meditation, it says to partake in a 10-minute meditation. Before meditation, take the time to sink into a relaxed state. Okay, this is breath work, a mantra. Once you're in that state, begin with meditating in the idea of nothingness. A way of being, understanding nothingness is through contemplating how existence was before the Big Bang. Play with the idea, feeling or image of nothingness. Any thought or vision you may have of nothingness will be far more than it is. The key to understanding nothingness is through understanding what it is not. I'm getting reminded to share with you Muji. He is one of my favorites, and he talks all about this type of stuff, detachment. it can be really challenging for us in this human experience to truly understand formlessness, right? Because we can really want to use our intellect and stimulate our mind and learn and observe, and all that's beautiful. But with Pisces, especially now Pisces North Node, we're starting to learn more about dissolving this tension between opposites. And again, something that was dense for you is now truly becoming formless. Okay. Getting to the root of the matter here. All right, Aries, let's read from the Tarot for you. Yeah, he has a ton of meditations. I will send you one of them, one of my favorites. I remember when I first started listening to him almost over a decade ago. It was like mind-boggling. I was like, how the hell am I gonna do this? And now with time, I am starting to understand it more. But of course, there's days when I'm like, how do I detach from this emotion? It's so strong. Mars retrograde. This human experience, man. Pisces just sitting back laughing at us. But let's be honest, even people with Pisces in their charts still don't truly understand Pisces. They don't even understand themselves half the time. Because, again, we're human. We're not always meant to understand. That's what we're learning. And that can be hard for a very egoic mind. Okay, Aries. What do we have for you, Aries? Oh, okay, Aries. Aries, you're talking to me, huh? Okay, this deck wants to talk to you. I like that. Yeah, Aries. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck here, this is you detaching. I'm getting reminded of Muji. There's this one quote on my Instagram that I posted, detach from this thing. The more that we can detach, the more that we can see it, almost like a movie playing out before us, right? And then once we actually detach from this thing, whether it's emotion, this could be friend groups as well, people around you, Three of Cups. We're able to see it from an objective point of view, but also just kind of detaching from it where it's not as triggering. So there's something that once was triggering, especially around friends, socialization. This is also just joy. This is Cancer. So this could be talking about the Cancer full moon. There could have been some anxiety that came up around feeling like you're a part of a group. Maybe you're feeling a bit disconnected. Maybe you're just wanting some solitude, but it seems like that's what's been necessary. I remember in your, I think it was December reading. Yeah, I think it was December. We talked about the snowball effect and how it was time for you to kind of take some time to yourself, but people might be a bit worried. Are you okay, Aries? I remember that. Are you okay? Yes, you are. It seems like you're fine here. We'll go deeper here, but Two of Swords, Chariot, Magician, hello, Major Arcana, and the Ace of Wands. You are truly learning the power of alchemy here. We got a lot of messages around alchemy. You could read the book The Alchemist. I don't know if you have. It's an amazing book, one of my favorites. I read it when I was really young. I'm getting that strongly here, the story behind it. I want to clarify this Two of Swords before I speak on anything, because that's kind of telling me a story here. What's this Two of Swords about for Aries? What's this Two of Swords here? What's this Two of Swords? I saw something flip. Where did you go? Did you flip? No. Oh, we didn't. Two of Swords? What do we have for Two of Swords here? Angels, ancestors, guides, ascended masters for Aries. Why is this Two of Swords here? Why is this Two of Swords here? You're making better judgment. I was getting a message. I wasn't going to say it, but I did see the Magician on the bottom before. Yeah, Ace of Swords. This is interesting because, okay, there's a lot coming through for you. So this person's clearly looking down here, okay? This person's looking up, okay? And then this person is blindfolded and this person's eyes are closed. Okay, I'll explain why I'm going into detail here. So right after that, what I saw when I was clarifying the Two of Swords, before I even clarified it, was I got a little giggle, because I think that you chose to go here. The Two of Swords was actually a choice. Sometimes it might not feel that way, but in your situation, I feel like you actually were intentional with this Two of Swords. Okay, because this woman, interestingly enough, kind of has a little bit of a smile. She doesn't look discouraged. She's kind of like, you know, I'm up to something here. She's kind of enjoying the chaos a bit. It's interesting. It's not that it's a chaos, but it's like you have detached from people mainly. I think this is people's ideas of you, people's view on you, but also it's Cancer. So you're learning how to maybe detach from your emotions, make better judgment, because a lot of it was just heavy. It was causing too much burden. And you've been answering the call now to action with the Chariot Magician. But this was very intentional. King of Wands, Queen of Swords. Yeah, you detached. Like, I'm getting like the Jedi pause. And this was something that came up for you during last year with all these Aries eclipses. And again, we still have one more for you, okay? End of March. March and April are going to be pretty big. So buckle up, Buttercup. I think that you have learned how to utilize that ninja pause, the Jedi pause, right? Think about Star Wars. Before you attack, before you actually take action. A true magician, a true alchemist understands the power of stillness and kind of looking from the sidelines here. So it's like getting reminded of someone that's playing dumb. Like, oh, I didn't know I was doing that. It's like, yeah, you did. Yeah. And I don't think that you're doing it in a malicious way. It could be also people around you that are being naive and you're like, I can see through your BS type of thing. But you're playing dumb too. Kind of like, you're not calling them out. Like, there's no point, Queen of Swords. There's no point in calling anyone out at this time. Two of Cups, you're just detaching. You're like, you know, that's just causing more delays. Knight of Pentacles. And there you are. I'm going to turn my back on things that are just kind of petty. You know, I'm not going to play small. I'm not going to stoop down to your level here, because it just causes more worry. It's like, you know what? I actually am good. Yeah, you are. Ace of Wands. There's this inner intuition. You know, this is the third eye. So there's this inner flame because her eyes are closed here too. So you're regaining this level of confidence to be able to choose wisely. And again, there's integration here, right? Dark and light. So whatever you found in this Two of Swords, whatever way got you here, it served you for sure. And it's like, stay in your lane. This head's down here. This man. And you're focusing on this because this is the same energy. It's like, this could also be spirit is what I'm sensing. Like, I would see it like this. Is that there is, like, your guides are actually watching over you. This could be through sleep when you're dreaming. I'm seeing this energy coming through this portal here and connecting to your third eye. So you might have a passed down ancestor that was a magician, or Gemini, Virgo. People say Virgo, but I always get Gemini, but I'll just say it for you. Okay. Fire, air. This is true balance. Lots of harmony here. This is really positive. You have been in planning mode, and also this Three of Wands. Again, there's a lot of like solo, because this is like commitments, people, places, things. I think that was causing you just more delays, like, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen type of thing. Like, everyone has an opinion. It's like, I got to focus on what I want. So this Two of Swords was actually something that served you. It's like almost like the madness of the world, like these crows are causing like havoc and chaos, and this person is just staying blindfolded because it's almost like a sensory overload I'm getting. So it's important for you, if you feel like this Two of Swords is actually annoying you, or you can't get out of it at this point, because I feel like you're at a time now where your guides are actually like, okay, it's time to come out of this now. You know, this is like Chariot, let's go. Time to move forward. If for some of you, I'm getting, if you feel like it's just too much, like you feel like if you weren't able to see, take the blindfold off. Like, I'm getting the vision of people that go on like those like quests where they go into like a dark cave or blindfold themselves for days on end, and then they come out of it with this newfound kind of revelation of life and beauty, and it can feel like sensory overload. So for those that are feeling that, be confident in yourself, okay? That you will know exactly when you have to take that blindfold off. But I'm sensing that within a month's time. Yeah, especially with the Chariot, I feel like there was something major around this full moon in Cancer. And it also could be around when Mars goes back into Leo, that you're able to like really step into this Chariot magician energy. Okay, what else do we have for Aries here? Aries, my lovely Aries, thank you for joining me here. Hit that like button. Drop a comment below if you like this reading, this style. Work through your fears. It's a new moon in Cancer. So I could read this as just Cancer. We just had this full moon in Cancer, okay? But it also could be suggesting that the new moon in Aquarius coming up is going to be a good time for you as well, to feel safe enough to move, you know, because the Chariot, you got to feel safe to get up in that, you know, that ride, because it takes a lot to operate the shadow and the light aspects of self. It's like a self-empowerment. You know, the Emperor and the Empress are the only two characters, archetypes that can actually stir the ship, you know, steer, stir. You and your loved ones are safe, and it's saying work through your fears. Yeah. So this is about those fears, like the fear I was saying of taking the blindfold off. Like there's something that you know. There's something that you definitely know, but now it's time to kind of like peel the Band-Aid off. Okay, so let's pull from the wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what else we have for you, Aries. My lovely Aries collective. Truth be told, yeah, something's been told to you. There's a deep knowing, yeah. Just clarifying the message. There's something that you know. And the eyes are closed here. The full moon. Breathe. I'm getting the song, Just Breathe. I'm used to it by now. Telepop music. Oh, it's like one of my favorite songs. Oh, I love it. It's an old, not too old. It probably came out in like 2000. I'll link it below. It's a great song. It's in the lyrics. It's a very simple song, but yeah, breathe, deep knowing. Truth be told, there is something that you know. Yeah, like I just said, you already know. And in this card here, you see the mask is off and the windows are open. So that's that Chariot energy. So you have been working through these fears, right? That you had to kind of subdue your, like the sensory overload. You had to kind of put the blindfold on to be able to see what even was there below the surface. And also just to feel safe to kind of take this mask off. I remember getting that message for you, I think it was last year, the mask card from the archetypes card, wisdom of the archetypes. It was around March or April. So there's something about March and April this year. You're going to have to recollect what happened in 2024, because again, it's the final eclipse. Okay? It's the final one for you. And you're not going to have another one of these returns. I think it's every 18 years. Okay? But yeah, breathe. And that's a 9, 11. Okay, so also 7. Yeah, this is something you know around other people. Because we have 2 of Cups in reverse. It could also be a Cancer, because 2 and 3 of Cups is Cancer. Okay, this could literally be a Cancer. I'm also getting Kuan Yin. You could work with Kuan Yin because the Lotus here. All right, well, we're going to pull from the Astro deck, and we're going to see, speaking of love, 2 of Cups in reverse. You could be literally just single and happy, right? For some of you. It's like, truth be told, I'm actually really happy single. That's a deep knowing that maybe you had to come to terms with for some of you. I'm seeing Leo here. I'm Libra and Aquarius. strong water though. We have new moon in Scorpio and new moon in Cancer. All right, let's see here. Let me move this out of the way so I have some space. We're going to take this over to the love reading, okay? With the love readings, even if you are single, right, you can go take a listen. It can talk about just past single couple dynamics. If you so choose, it is linked below. Aries in love. What signs are going to be showing up for Aries? What energies, what signs for Aries in love? My Aries collective. Show me. Aries in love. Who are they dealing with? What signs is Aries dealing with in love? Energies. Let's see. Aries. Oh, there you are. You're like, well, I'm just dealing with myself. Mercury. Something that you've come to term with. Came to terms with. There's Pisces, Neptune. That rose-colored glasses, huh? The power of the mind and the emotions. Wow. Uranus. So this is Aquarius. This is reminding me of Pluto and Aquarius. And this is that breathe. So this is also the revelation, because Uranus is kind of like an epiphany. Remember we were talking about some sort of download, download. That was your first message. So definitely some insight that you're gaining or have gained. And you're kind of keeping it close to your chest, which I think is the right thing to do. There will be a time to communicate this outwardly, Mercury. This could be to someone else. You could be also just dealing with any of these signs, right? So Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and Aquarius, okay? All right, we're taking this over to the love reading. If this is where we part, take care of yourself. Bye for now.